Perfect.
Put this here. All right, so we're going to talk about two versions of Kurzweil that the majority of universities take advantage of. So that we're going to talk about the web version and the installed version. The web version allows you to use any device you want. It'll work on a smartphone, iPad, a Chromebook. Very, very versatile because you're going to a website. The installed version, you install it into your machine, a laptop, or your desktop. We call the installed version Big Brother because there's some attributes Big Brother has that the web version does not have, and we'll share some of those, okay?
All right.
I'm going to start from this website first. So move this guy over here. We have added just recently an extension from Google, the Google Chrome extension. This is a very mobile product. If you think about it, as long as you can get Google, you can add extensions to the browser. So I went to the Google Chrome store and added in this Google product. This is a Kurzweil tool. Username and password. Everyone is given their own username and password. Every student.
Perfect.
When this first loads up, it defaults to the right. As you know, Google has everything on the right, so we've made a position marker so that you can make it easier. I have voices.
Awesome.
I have all the voices I want. I have my speed options. I have my units, so I can have it read to me a sentence at a time, a paragraph at a time. If I want to worry about if comprehension is on my mind, I can change it to self-paced. Go to any website.
Reno is a city in the U.S. state of Nevada. It is in northern Nevada, approximately 22.
So you think about it, it highlighted that entire paragraph, and each word that was read to me
miles 35
is highlighted on its own. So if I have ADHD or I have comprehension issues, I'm following where it's reading. Amazing tool, and it works on any website. Do you guys use AccuPlacer?
We have.
Okay. All right. This plays very well with AccuPlacer in case you bring that back. Okay.
Okay. I think we do have. I know we have an AccuPlacer, but I don't know what the DRC's involvement is on that.
Okay. Well, just know if you hear of it, that's a win because we play very well with AccuPlacer. In fact, they're very happy to work with us because of this tool here. But not only will it read the web for me, I can highlight content, go up to my translate button, and if I am an ELL learner.
Reno es una ciudad en el estado de los Estados Unidos de Nevada.
So this translation here, these supported speeches, not only will we translate, but we will read it back to you. The languages, the languages below here, we will just translate, okay? So if it's Greek, there's Greek. So this is Google Translate pretty much standard. This here is our Google Translate with our sugar and spice. Much better product, okay?
Wow.
So you think that is just brilliant for anyone that's English language learner. It is. All right, then another great little tool. We have also on the fly. Oh, where'd my? Come back. We also have on the fly definitions. So I have the opportunity to use a college dictionary or a heritage dictionary on the fly for definitions, and of course it'll read to me as well.
Relating.
So this tool is probably 8 months old, and it's just gone viral. People love it because it's so versatile, and because if I'm in a library as well, I can turn off the volume.
Yeah.
So you see the highlighter still going, but it's not reading to you.
Yeah, so you can read yourself.
Yes, so you can work on your own comprehension if you want, or if you're in a testing scenario, you can have it set up that way. It really is a great tool. So I want to share with you the start of it and then go into our web version so you see this, you see the similarities there, okay? Any questions?
All right.
Any questions about this?
Not so far.
Okay. When I get out of that. So we like students and everyone to be very familiar with our home page. The reason being,
Yeah.
I can log into my web version here, but also very importantly, we have the Academy. This saves you and your department a lot of time. This is our how-to section. So we have a lot of videos and webinars that may help the students. So for example, the dyslexic font is a very popular font for those with dyslexia. How do I open it up in Kurzweil?
Yeah.
Here is the video that tells you how to load it up. And I will tell you, and I'll share with you the dyslexic font. I've worked with a couple other administrators that have dyslexia, and when they saw what we're doing with the dyslexic font, blew them away. They were saying, this is night and day. This is what we need. This is amazing. So this is what you tell students. If they call you and say, how do I do X? Did you go to the Academy? No. Go to the Academy and see if it's there. If not, tech support is available to all students and administration free during business hours. So that just gets you out of the how-tos all the time, right?
Yeah, that's awesome.
But I'll log into my web-based version. So you notice it says Kurzweil3000.com.
Okay.
So this version here, what you're going to see is what you would see as a top administrator for University of Nevada, Reno, okay?
Perfect.
So when you open it up, you are going to see everyone, all of your students and all your teachers. When a student opens up, all they would see is your name, and if a teacher, which does not happen a lot in college, we have to be honest, is actually a Kurzweil teacher, and that teacher has taken that student in their team. Okay? So the student privacy of the VERPA, I think it is, Will, is that right?
Perfect, yeah.
Yeah, so that is 100% in play. A student cannot see into another student's username and password. A teacher can see into a student's file, our universal library. I'll talk about that. You can, but a student cannot see into the private folder of you or a teacher. Okay?
All right, good.
So that has been a great play. So this is our version of the cloud. So for example, if I'm working on a document and I want to make some manipulations, some extractions, an audio text, some footnotes, I can save this in my private or public folder and it will not deter from my work. If I save it in Word, for example, it's going to lose a lot of that, right?
Yeah.
So this keeps that. If I want the Kezi world to help me, I can keep it in this and keep my information unlimited in regards to how much information is there. We've also just recently added, these are very helpful. So there's very standard templates that may be used for different types of education. If I'm higher ed, but if I need to learn how to do a personal statement or a literature or lab report, I can copy this to my folder. These are generic for everyone. Paste it. Copy was successful. Going back to my folder. And now I have a diagram of how to do that.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so know that those are just added. It's been a big helpmate for the students. Okay, so also from your level, you have total reporting. Are they using it? If you're asked, are these students using it, or a student comes to you and say, I'm not getting it, and you ask them, are you using Kurzweil? Sure. Well, you can verify that by going to a time frame anytime you want, up to yesterday or today, to run a report. And this shows you everyone that's using Kurzweil. So as you can see in my in my Arizona demo, this one right here, these are these teachers and students and how often they're using it, how often they're logging in. So you know, for example, if they're using it or not, or if you're asked from a financial position, if this costs X, is there an ROI? Absolutely. Okay.
Yeah, no, this is incredible.
Very cool.
Yeah.
All right. So from a profile aspect, this is your profile where you set up your own username and password. Everyone has their own subscription options. I want to share with you offline mode. So your students go away on a cruise, they have holiday break, they go up to Lake Tahoe. There's no Wi-Fi, right?
Yeah.
Or their dorm may have terrible Wi-Fi. The installed version, which we'll talk about here, allows offline mode. Of course, translate and definitions or online access, that would not work.
Yeah.
But if I can grab my material either on a flash drive or my desktop, it will read to me. I can do extractions. I can do additions. I can play in the Kesey world and just save it on my desktop. And then when I have Wi-Fi, I can log it back in and put it in the Universal Library or throw it to Google Drive, whatever I want. So this offline is fantastic. And we have a lot of colleges want to make sure offline works because that's realistic, either poor Wi-Fi or when they go away from, away from school. Users. This is your management tool here. This is how you add students or teachers. So you have an opportunity to add them right there, up to 10 at a time at one time. If they're in your office, you can send them a link. They can register themselves. If you guys come on board, there's actually a document that ASU and BYU created that is a really amazing how to get started for the students. Saves you a lot of time of answering questions of what maybe it can do that I send out so you can help them once you add them on or get them going, okay? But it really is easy. When it's the end of the school year, you can just simply delete that student's name and they're done. You can even reinstate them if you want. See, it says restore users. Maybe Chesney comes back after 2 years and you want to add her back on. It would be in the queue and you just go back to restore users and that would allow you to restore that user if you want. So very easy to work with. We do have a rostering program twice a year. We send you a certain Excel spreadsheet. You can load all the names up there and we will roster your entire student body for you if you would like that as well. Okay? You there, Will? Will, you there, buddy?
Yes,
okay. I lost
you. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah. Sorry, John,
all right,
you're on here.
Oh, okay, all right. Now let's talk about getting material. All right. So how I grab material, I can go to Google Drive directly and go get content. If they have a Bookshare account, do some of your students use Bookshare?
Yes.
Okay, so this is a direct link to Bookshare. They just enter in their username and password and go from there. If they want to use their computer, they have quick access right here to their desktop. There's their homework file. So and how this works for uploading material. So let's say I want to upload it into my public folder. So to save my folder, unlike Microsoft Word, which is grab the document, then save it, Kurzweil is tell me where you want it to go, upload, and then choose it. So if I want to go to homework, history, and grab this document, that's how I'd open it. And it'll load into my public folder, all right? So you can see I have quite a few here. I'm just going to make this easy and say I grabbed this already. This was once a PDF.
Right.
So as you notice, from a visibility standpoint, I can increase the size. I can fit the screen. So those with low vision or vision issues, I can take care of that. I have a thumbnail view. So for example, if I forgot what page I'm on, I can kind of see, well, oh, that's right. Here's where I need to start.
All right.
If you recognize, there's that toolbox that we saw in the Read the Web program. Same voices. I can slow it down. I can have it read a sentence at a time, or a word by time, or a paragraph at a time. Self-paced. So simply just start from here.
Travel to 2012 to find out whether your best friend makes the Olympic team.
If I want to slow that down,
Zoom to 2020. Have robots taken over kids' chores?
so as you notice, same thing. It highlighted the entire paragraph, and the word reading was highlighted one at a time. So that helps my concentrations from there. I also have an opportunity.
So,
Go ahead.
my question, and you might answer this directly, but this PDF is already an accessible PDF, right?
Yes.
So does this have the capability to OCR?
Yes. So when I brought it in the first time, and I'm happy to share with you just to make it real. So choose my public folder, upload, desktop, homework. So here's PDF, right?
Yeah.
Let's grab the quiz. So it says upload successful. Now the first time, because it already knows I've done this before. That's it right there. When I show you the install, I'll show you. So it actually does read it, but let me see, just for shins and grins.
I'll take your word for it.
Okay.
I just need to make sure it can OCR for my student.
So the web version OCR is as best as it can be according to the bandwidth, right?
Yeah.
The OCR technology in the installed version, the Big Brother, top notch, because you're using the software. So great question. So
okay.
But yeah.
So what I'm trying to do, so you have an idea, I'm trying to replace Reading Like Gold with this software.
I'm with you. So
or with a software. Maybe not this software, I don't know yet, but that's my goal in the end.
Yes, so
so I can, you know.
Yep. So you think about it, we started the OCR technology and everyone's trying to be on our board. Now, a big thing that you just talked about that is huge, Read Write Gold versus us, is the translation tool. They only do one word at a time. We do whatever you want. So for your ELL students, our translation is a huge win because they can only do travel, translate. We don't care what you give it. You want to do this whole thing? That is right there alone changes a lot of minds because this is so prominent now. This is realistic. So that is a huge win for Kurzweil just on that area alone, not including our real OCR technology. So keep that in mind.
Well, so that's what I'm comparing this to.
Yes. And the offline mode, they have a good offline mode because we're using our OCR technology. They are not using, they have to use what is given on that program, which is not full strength. On offline mode, our OCR is going to be a better product because it's not relying on anything else but it's true technology. Okay. All right. So now we have a document. Now let's say that we want to do some editing to this paper. Okay. I have my highlighters. Go ahead and highlight information, content. Went a little strong, sorry. Sometimes I just go too fast, so I just slow it down.
You're fine.
It happens.
I get it.
It happens.
Yeah.
All right. So the selector tool is kind of your neutralizer. Put you back to put you back to 0. All right. So make some extractions here.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm going out of order is to kind of show you how easy it is to work with for when it comes to real writing.
Yeah.
All right, so now I'm happy with this. I want to extract my information, so I'm going to extract notes and highlights. Are you okay with this? Yes. Watch what's going to happen down here in this Kezi world. Now notice it says time travel, extracted outline notes. So now I know what I'm working with. But now I have
Oh my God.
all this out of order. Well, the way I can tie all my main ideas to supporting ideas, I can take my green here, Control or Command X, depending on if I'm Macintosh or Windows, right?
Yeah.
So I can just
Copy and paste it.
just start. I can now tie all these in. If I'm happy with them, I'm going to get rid of this one because it's so big. Let's just make it easy. I'll get rid of this. However, I'm okay with what I'm doing here. I can go back to my eraser, erase my highlights. So now I'm working on some print. I can now go into a write mode. I can set my word prediction up.
Your word prediction.
See if you look over on the side.
I gotta
So
get rid of the
if I'm not really
thing.
Past.
There we go.
Party. Paid. Paper.
Oh, I want to use that word. So we have word prediction. Now, the web version word prediction, this is where little brother is. So on the installed version, homophones, it knows the difference. So if I do this,
There.
that homophone is exactly the same, right? I may not know which there I'm choosing.
Yeah.
The installed version will describe to me the difference between the two of them. That's really good for those individuals that have, grammar problems. The installed version is a better word prediction for them on that. But it's nice to know I have awesome word prediction. It's trainable. So if I'm in science classes and I need to have certain words available for me for writing papers, you can add those into your word prediction as well. So it's very deep on that. But basically, if you think about it, I'm able to just take my extractions and now make a true paper. So I can come over
Yeah.
here, create a PDF. Here's my PDF. I can save it to my desktop or print it, right?
Yeah.
I'm good to go. So here's a web version where I'm able to make extractions, pull out information, make it on content, and save it on my desktop.
As whatever, yeah.
And I'm good to go with my paper. And I've not gone out of, where do you go to? Did it work? Oh, I did all files in your desktop.
Yeah.
My bad. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, it worked.
Desktop. Oh, I did download. That's right. If I did print,
Yeah.
if I do print, now I can save it as a PDF.
Well, no, you can save it as a PDF already.
I can do the save as a
I just opened it.
right? Now I have
Yeah.
now I have control on my desktop. I knew I just thought, okay, I know it works. So there,
Yeah, that's not a big deal.
that's pretty cool, isn't it?
That's awesome.
That's pretty amazing. That again is a fairly new feature for us as well on how to do the extraction. So I have extraction, word protection, spell check. I have a picture dictionary. Picture dictionary is designed for mainly nouns. For an English language learner, they may not know what Albert is.
Oh.
Okay, it's not perfect, but it does help English language learners quite a bit, as well as translation.
Yeah.
I have translation on the fly. Did I do it right in German?
I'll take your word for it, but German.
What was that?
I'll take your word for it that that's German, because I don't know German.
Well, we can. That's what I do. I recognize that one more than anything, and I'm not very fluent, but I do recognize that one. But
I'm just teasing.
yeah, I know, that's funny. That's good. All right, so here I can save this to my library. All right.
Oh, all right.
So if I'm still working on it, I have extracted outlines. I can save this to my library. Document saved. Go back to my library. And there it is. Recently opened, so that's what I did last.
Oh, wow.
So I can still easily find it. If I'm finished with it, I can move it to my public folder or private folder. Or if I want to take it, I can move this to my copy to my Google Drive. I mean, I have multiple options. I went ahead of myself.
So, if from there, if you want to copy it to your Google Drive, for instance, would that go over as a PDF or a Word document?
A Word document. When I go to Google Drive. So it goes right into a document so I can work with it still. Unless you save it as a PDF and then save it. So if I grabbed it from my desktop and brought it in, it would be the format you did that. Good question. All right.
All right. So I can download what I did here as a Word document and then reformat it to fit like APA style or whatever you need to format things out.
Yes, and then go ahead and copy that to my Google Drive from there. Absolutely.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's very useful that way. Taking tests. So let's look at one that's a quiz, okay?
Yeah.
I'll show you how I do that. So when I set this up, I will delete these just for demonstration purposes. So here's a normal PDF that you see very often in regards to how to take a quiz, right?
Yeah.
So I'm on the fly, select that. I can just add my text note. And as you saw, I can change the font size.
Yeah.
So it's going to and go to my selection. I want to need to delete that one. Get a little bigger so I can delete it. There we go.
Yeah.
But I can fill out this entire test. I can even go and circle answers if I want. Okay.
Oh.
I can line out text if I want. And I want to turn this in. When I go back to select, I can now create a PDF.
Oh, all right.
And there's my test completed.
Wow.
Is that amazing or what?
That's amazing, John.
You think how often this happens in a real life. Now here's one thing I'll show you that's beyond cool. So
I don't know how many teachers would be okay with their students using this online version to take a test, but it is awesome.
Well, agreed. Or they can make their subnotes. So you think about it, if I'm doing subnotes, so let's say this is standard content, right? I can go over here and add a text note.
Yeah.
And I can make my own notes on this all day long. Make another one if I want. And I'm able to now have control. I can go up here to print. I now have a full page of my notes. I can save as a PDF or change it and print it. So I can make side any paper I want. So from a study aspect, what did you read and comprehend? I have total control over that.
Yeah.
So
or you could save it as a PDF and have those notes.
Yes.
Right on the paper.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's mind-boggling how much versatility this really has. I mean, it's just kind of fun.
Well, this is kind of unrelated, but it is. Is this created by Ray Kurzweil or off his ideas?
Ray Kurzweil sold the company to Cadmium maybe 6, 8, 9 years ago, and that basically, when Ray sold Kurzweil, it was only Kurzweil 1000 that was existing.
Yeah.
The engineers took the base OCR technology and realized there's a way to go further into reading.
But this is all from Kurzweil originally.
Yes.
Way back when.
Yes. Yep.
All right. I'm just.
Yeah. Good question.
That's more of my own.
So.
That's more of my own curiosity.
No, it's great. Great question. So he works for Google now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of their chief new developments for Google. So do you kind of understand the versatility of this version?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm now going to go to the installed version, so you understand what you're playing with. And I'll just show you real quick what a student would see.
So what I'm confused about is if you have the web version, can you also download the installed version?
Yes, you get both.
And have both.
You get both products.
So if I buy the web version, I get the desktop version with it.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
So
that's just.
This is what I've logged in as a student. So see what a student would see when they go to the Universal, where they just see their own information. That would be you. I can't see your private folder.
Oh.
Okay. See?
But if I put something in the public folder, and you're under me,
so
you can see that.
Right. So I can go to your public folder anytime. If you say, for example, just like Google Drive and Share, you are able to go get my Condor assignment. I can go to your public folder and copy it to my student folder.
Okay.
Okay. So that's the beauty of that. Now go ahead.
So I could have things in there as a administrator for like how-to guides if they were wondering like how to do something for the university system itself.
Yes.
I could have it in there.
Yes, we also have a way for you to cascade an entire year's or the entire class to them in one click. So
oh my gosh.
Let's say that you have the science book, you have a workbook, and you have their papers they need to do, and that's given to you electronically. You basically, this is mind-blowing when we show the tool, and you just grab those files, click on their folder, and dump it in their public folder. Done. Have a good year. I mean, it's awesome. So
That's it.
I mean,
I have to do that. I do that for everyone.
Yeah, now I know you do, and that's your world. And so we developed a tool to make your world a lot easier because we know you have it all prepped. It's just a matter of such a pain to get it to them all. Let's make an easy.
No, but what I mean is, I could, if I was the teacher, I would do that for each student individually.
Yep.
Or I could put it in my public folder. Sorry, I kind of lost you.
Yeah, you could do either one. You could cascade it in one click from your folder to Sheree, all of the material. And if you want to have if you have another student, Bob, you can cast him. We also have a way where you can do multiple students at a time, where you can choose.
Oh, okay.
So there's more versatility than we're really talking about. But if this is something you want to go forward, that's where the training side, our pro trainers just make your world much easier. And we highly recommend it because you want to take advantage of it.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so now we're going to go to the installed version. So you're right. When your university has a site subscription, It's unlimited number,
Alright.
unlimited number of users. Everyone gets access to the web and the installed version. Okay.
Okay.
So I've installed it now, but we are finding, in all honesty, Will, a lot of students don't take advantage of installing because they find the web version does a very good
Well,
job. But if you have a student,
I agree, but I don't want to limit my students
no, agreed.
to the web version.
Okay, so now you're going to see the OCR technology in use. So I'm going to go ahead.
Alright.
This is the home page of the installed version.
Okay.
Blue page. You have a read page, a write page, a scan page. This menu bar does not ever change in its view. So all of the
Alright.
everything that I can do on this Kurzweil 3000 is available up here by just going over.
Oh.
Okay, so that is
Yeah.
good. It never changes. It's not full of bubbles. How I grab content, I go right here to my desktop or flash drive, right?
Yeah.
Google Drive access. We have found
Oh, wow.
for Google Drive to work effectively, it's always best to open Google Drive first and then have Kurzweil grab it.
Okay.
Just to make so that, and of course the Universal Library. Here's access to my library we talked about, we saw earlier. So that's exactly the same. I'm not losing my
That's your web version
yes.
library. Okay.
That's our Universal Library again, our cloud.
Does that update automatically or
Yes.
every time you log in? How does that update?
Say it again, Will.
How does your library update on your local version on your desktop?
It's the same Universal Library access.
So it just, as long as you have internet, your documents are there.
Correct. You said exactly right.
Okay.
As long as I have Wi-Fi, I can grab the cloud. So if the Wi-Fi is down, this goes dark
Okay.
because it's just saying I
Perfect.
can't see it. So great question. I can write from here. I can scan from here. Now the scan is more than just a scanner. If I have a scanner attached, it is also your zone editing tool, and I'll show you that in a minute. So I'm going to go ahead and you'll see the OCR technology here. I'm going to go back to that homework assignment.
And those are picture files.
Yes.
Okay.
They're what?
They're not already accessible PDFs. They're scanned PDFs.
Yes, these are scanned PDFs. These are scanned PDFs,
okay.
Not electronic PDFs. So these are rough, right? Now,
right.
When I grab it from my desktop or my flash drive, it's seen. I see X amount of pages. Very important to tell students. So if the first time they grab their science book and it's 500 pages, it wants to OCR all 500. That may take a while.
Oh.
So
yeah.
You say, if you only need a few chapters, put in 1 through 40 because it will take.
Okay.
So it's going to, and you'll see what it's doing.
Amazing.
Realizing colors, it sees an image.
Is that image already? Oh, never mind.
Yep. So it's truly OCR. It's OCR in it. It ended up on the last page too. I have my thumbnail view again, so I know where I am. Okay.
All right.
What I like about on this one, for those that are visually impaired, this will remember what zoom I have it. So if I want to,
all right.
Whereas the web version, it does not remember every time. I have to adjust the visual. But this remembers exactly what I left it, okay?
All right.
So that's why so you'll be aware of that. One great thing, so before I go, I better slow down, sorry. So here's that same document. My options for audio, hear all my voices.
Oh my gosh.
This will read as low as 2 words per minute, as fast as 590 words per minute. Okay?
Wow.
My reading modes are the same, continuous or self-paced. Do I want to read a paragraph at a time? This one here, even if the text is in English, it will read to me in Spanglish or Germanish. It's not perfect. It is Spanglish, but it will read to them in that language. It's not translation, just a reading tool. Okay? So I also
All right.
I also have on the fly Read the Web. This is a different Read the Web than the Google extension we started with. This one, if I click it, will go to either IE or Firefox, whatever I select it to when I load up my system, okay? So
All right.
I like the Google Chrome extension better because it has the translation and definitions on the fly, where this is a reader only, okay?
Yeah.
I also have on the fly definitions, okay?
Yeah.
Hit a word and it gives you my definition. I also have synonyms, syllables, picture, human pronunciation. This is fantastic for ELL. If I do not know how to say this word,
Instance.
right?
Yeah.
So that is a great help for ELL. Online, search for books online, magazines online, online references. This is where Big Brother's better than Little Brother, the web version. I have the medical dictionary on the installed version. So you have your students that are getting their science, medical or science.
All right.
Now they have their medical dictionary on the fly. Okay. So
Perfect.
that's a big, that's why they want, if you have a student, you want them to have the install, they want to install it as well. Of course, I have translation, same thing. Capture what, capture whatever I want.
Perfect.
Talked about earlier. So I also have over here similar attributes, all my highlighters. We already talked about that. A little different, a little better,
All right.
easier to erase. I have, here's my text notes. So again, if I'm trying to make myself.
Notes.
Oh, wow.
Now, if you notice, if I misspell a word, it tells me. Right? So I can right click that and say, what is it? It just tells me to do it right so I can figure out my word.
Stew.
So I got to do that right. So what I like about this, I can now extract this note as well for a study note like we saw in the web version.
All right.
Okay, so I can make
All
all my study notes if I want. I can erase that. I have my extraction note. Here's a big wow. So let's say, for example, I'm dyslexic. I can highlight this standard text, go to File, extract my highlights. Okay. Oh, I need to highlight it. No, I need to put a color on it. This is dyslexic font. So now I can have it read to me in dyslexic
Time
font.
travel isn't something.
What I've learned for those that have dyslexia, this is a game changer for them because if you notice the weight of the letters, look at the H. Let's find an H. See how it's got a small line but a big hump?
Yeah.
The B, and I can zoom this up. The B has weight down here. Every single individual I talk to that has dyslexia says, Sean, you just saved my life because now I can read, have it read to me, and I actually seeing the words and learning how it's spelled versus just having stuff read to me. So this is one attribute. Go ahead.
I don't have dyslexia, so I don't see the difference, but I understand.
Yeah, you get where it's going. So it's just, but you think, here's, when we take it off.
You have to click on it?
You see the H.
Yeah. It's got the normal.
It's a more what we recognize, right? Your line.
Yeah.
They see it much easier than you're right. The benefit is when they do their extraction and their highlights and they go to make a paper out of it, it's typing in the dyslexic font.
Oh, awesome.
So they do this. go back to do our exercise earlier. I'm just going super fast now. File. This is asking me to is this a new note or existing? So if it's existing, I'd attach it to that, whatever that homework assignment is. So here's my main idea.
Oh, wow.
Extract outline. So in this scenario, now I'm going to go to my right page. I have it in a linear fashion.
Oh.
I also have it in a brainstorm fashion as well. So if that's easier for me, I can write my paper with bubble notes.
Brainstorm. Yeah.
Idea.
I can tie that in simply by going to what I want to tie that into. I can tie that in, go back to my linear. There's my new idea. But more importantly, this is what I really like about this. I go over to the right to document view. Here's my outline.
Your outline.
Now,
and now you write your essay.
Now I can grab my word prediction.
Her. Here is my new.
So what I want to share with you, here's the difference
Here's my
of
new paper. There, at or in that place. Sit over there. There, relating or belonging to them. They put their in the closet.
So as you can see, if someone has grammar, needs grammar help, those homophones can be a big player for them. That can really help them. So they are entering the correct word versus just putting the wrong there, and if they get marked for that. So that really is a great addition with this word prediction. So again, this is where the installed version is a better product than in this scenario than the web version. So that's why both are so important to have.
Yeah.
And then
I get it.
There is snow on.
But you can just see it's going all over, and I can train this. So this is where I would enter, and if I'm a science student or medical student, I can select load up in Kurzweil my words, and it will put them in the word prediction. And so when I'm writing my scientific paper, the words are there, and I spell them correctly if I enter them correctly. Okay, and then for that scenario,
does it kind of learn too, the way you write, or no?
No, it does not. Good question.
All right.
A good question, though. But so from this scenario, I have options. If I'm still working on my paper, I would simply save this to my library, right?
Yeah.
If I'm finished with this, and this is now my paper, I can save this as a Word document.
What?
Well, I better do Reno 3. Notice it's Kezi file, but I'm going to choose Word document.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm like, what's the Kezi file?
So Kezi file, that's our, if I do this, I'll show you what it looks like. There it is right here. So if I'm in offline mode or I'm still working on it, I click on this, it's going to open up this.
All right.
Okay, because it knows it knows this. But if I choose to do save as, and I'm done with this, and I want to do a Word document, it's going to it's going to say, okay, I'm going to Word, but look what it says, which is very intuitive. You're about to lose information. This is not a Microsoft Word product.
Oh.
So it's going to save this. I'm okay with that.
And you're,
So now,
Reno 3
there's my paper.
Word. Oh my gosh.
So very,
awesome.
Very easy for them to work with on, am I still working on my paper? Is my paper now completed? I can save a word, then change it to a PDF, print it out, do whatever I need to prepare myself to turn it in. Okay?
Perfect.
All right. Another thing that we see a lot of the college students use, it's a big win. I'm going to get out of this. Hyperlinks. So let's say, for example, I'm doing a study on flying, and I went to the website and I found some good information, and I don't want to lose that as my backup document. I can select that word, go to Add Hyperlink, enter in, let's just make it easy. Add that.
Oh, I see.
That is now a hyperlink for on the fly, so I may even forget about it. I click on that. It will take a minute because it goes to Firefox, but it'll bring up usatoday.com. I learned this.
Perfect.
I learned this from ASU. They use this all the time in their prep for work to turn in. So I just want to share that with you because I think that's pretty cool. We also have an audio voice note. So I can do this for myself for comprehension. I can do this as just a little side note. I need to remember to read this because the test is next Wednesday. So I'm off where I can save it. It'll save it in the Kezi. That's why the Kezi format is so important. So if I save this whole file, it'll remain that. But I need to remember to read this because the test is next Wednesday. All right. This will not. This will.
Oh, wow.
This will save my voice note up to 120 seconds. But if I went to class and it's about time travel and I digitally save it on my phone as an MP3, I simply can open this up. Hang on. Oh, I'm sorry. I have to do a new one. But if I did a new audio note, I now can grab it and put my MP3 on it.
So we have a lot of students that use MP3 and
yes.
the pen.
Yes.
Using that
right.
pen. So that'd be awesome.
I believe yes.
Oh my.
But I mean, a lot of students use exactly that because then they tie in that lecture to the working, and they don't have to worry about it. It's automatically saved for them. So just know that's what I've learned that a lot of students use all the time. I can erase it right there. Do you want to erase a note? Yep, I go.
Yeah.
Easy to get rid of it. So I'm playing with it. So think about it. I have definitions. I have translation. I can do bubble notes if I want to make myself my own comprehension for bubble notes. It's full length. I can make booksmark. I use a bookmark. For example, I want to bookmark this page and I forget where it is. It'll just say every time that I see the word compare, it will go to that. I mean, it's very, very deep in what it offers. We're going really fast over a lot of things, so it's good and bad, right? Because there's more that it does. Any questions?
Yeah, no. Not so far.
Okay. Now, here's one thing that's beyond awesome from the OCR technology. So many times we have images that are horrible to read. Heavy image, lousy print. If you notice at the bottom of my screen, there are 5 colors. This is image reader. This is our OCR. So I can simply go to any image, any document that has text.
Fandango promotional code terms and conditions.
So you think about someone that may use Microsoft Mail. That's a different program.
Yeah.
That's a different program than Kurzweil. So how they would have to use that is cut and paste it, copy it, whatever they can. No, they can simply go to open up their mail, grab their image reader, put the crosshairs on it, read it on the fly without it. It's fabulous.
That's huge.
It's way huge. So that's really a big other shine that we have over read write. Is when you need the best in OCR, it's right there at your fingertip. Just grab it and go.
Awesome.
So I want to.
John, I hate to do this.
Yep.
But I have another meeting that I got to go to at 2 o'clock.
Well, it's perfect because I've got pretty much done. If you don't have any much more, I'm pretty much good to go for now.
No. So what I want to do is at 3, can I call you back and talk to you more about some of the university, like, buying it and more of the business side of things.
Right.
Can I do that?
Do you want to say it again?
Can I call you back later on today and talk to you about the business side of everything?
Yeah, go about 3:30.
Perfect, 3:30.
Okay,
I will call you.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to stop recording for now.